It's 2:47 in the afternoon. You just closed your third losing trade in a row. Your account is down $430 for the day. You know you should stop. Your trading plan, the one you wrote out on Sunday night with such confidence, says stop after two consecutive losses. But there it is on the 5-minute chart, a perfect breakout setup forming right in front of your eyes, and your brain is screaming at you with an urgency that feels almost physical. This is the one that makes it all back. You've been here before. You know this feeling. Your heart rate is elevated. Your jaw is clenched. Your mouse cursor is hovering over the buy button, and every fiber of your being is calculating how much you need to risk to recover that $430 before the closing bell. Maybe $150 per trade. 3 good trades and you're green for the day. You can still salvage this. You can still prove to yourself that you're not a bad trader, that today wasn't a waste, that you didn't just throw away money for nothing. Here's what makes this moment so dangerous. You're not overtrading because you're taking too many trades. You took 3 trades in the first 2 hours of the session, and that was fine. That was disciplined. That was following the plan. The problem isn't the quantity. The problem is the state you're in right now. You're overtrading at the wrong time, in the wrong mental condition, and this is the pattern that destroys more accounts than any blown stop loss or failed strategy ever could. How many times have you noticed that your worst trading doesn't happen during random hours, but specifically right after losses pile up? Have you ever tracked how many of your rule violations occur not when you're calm and patient, but when you're desperate to recover? A study of 40,000 retail Forex accounts found that 83% of complete account blowouts occurred not during high-volume trading days, but during emotionally compromised sessions immediately following 2 or more consecutive losses. You're not shooting too many bullets. You're shooting when you can't see straight. But here's what most traders don't realize. Your brain has a trigger system that activates at specific moments. And once you understand these triggers, you'll see why your just one more trade almost always happens at the exact worst time. Let's talk about what's actually happening inside your skull the moment you close that losing trade. Because this isn't a character flaw. This isn't a weakness. This is neuroscience, and it's working exactly as it was designed to work, just not for trading. Here's what's really happening. When your brain predicted a win and got a loss instead, it experiences what researchers call a reward prediction error. Your dopamine levels don't just stay neutral. They crash below baseline. You feel that crash as an urgent, almost physical need to restore equilibrium, to make things right again. It's the same neurochemical cascade that makes people chase losses at casinos, and it has nothing to do with logic or discipline. Your prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain responsible for rational decision-making, shows 34% reduced activity for up to 90 minutes after a loss. Meanwhile, your amygdala, your fear and urgency center, lights up with 23% increased activity. You are literally cognitively impaired. Your brain evolved to recover losses immediately. If a prehistoric hunter missed the morning kill, waiting patiently until tomorrow meant starvation. The urgency to recover wasn't optional. It was survival. But markets don't work this way. Markets reward the trader who can walk away from today's losses and return fresh tomorrow with a clear mind. What feels right, that burning need to make it back right now before the day ends, is actually what destroys you. What actually works, closing the platform and accepting the loss as tuition paid, feels like giving up. Take Sarah, a professional prop trader with 4 years of experience who tracked 90 consecutive trading days. She discovered something that shocked her. 100% of her losing days came from sessions where she continued trading after 11 in the morning following 2 morning losses. Her morning win rate was 58%. Her post-loss afternoon win rate was 29%. Same strategy, same setups, same charts, different brain state. She wasn't taking bad trades because she didn't know better. She was taking them because her neurochemistry was compromised. Most traders know they're tilted when they click that button. They know they're violating their rules, but they trade anyway because they don't understand the math of what this behavior actually costs them over time. This is where the real damage begins. Let's run the numbers on what just one more trade actually costs you, because this isn't about discipline or motivation. This is about math, and the math is absolutely brutal. Take a trader who starts the month with $10,000 and has a genuine edge, a 55% win rate strategy with 1 to 1.5 risk reward when trading A setups in a calm mental state. Over 30 trading days, he takes 60 trades total. 45 of those are planned trades, taken when he's following his rules and his psychology is stable. He wins 25 of them for $1,875 in profit, loses 20 for $1,000 in losses, netting $875 for the month. But then there are the other 15 trades, the ones he takes in that compromised state right after losses, when his brain chemistry is working against him. His win rate on these revenge trades drops to 27%. He wins 4 for $300, loses 11 for $825. Those 15 tilted trades cost him $525. His actual monthly profit is $350 when it should have been $875. Those emotionally compromised trades stole 60% of his edge. Here's where it gets ugly. This isn't just about 1 month. This creates a psychological chain reaction. Month 2, his confidence is already shaken from underperforming his own strategy. He starts hesitating on good setups, second-guessing his A setups, because he remembers how many times he was wrong. And when he does take losses, the revenge trading intensifies, because now he's not just recovering today's loss. He's trying to prove he's not washed up. Month 3, he's either blown the account or he's so psychologically damaged that he can't trade his original strategy anymore, even when he wants to. Analysis of 15,000 prop firm challenge attempts revealed that traders who took 4 or more trades within 2 hours of a loss had a 71% higher failure rate. 92% of blown accounts didn't die from bad strategies. They died from good traders in bad mental states, making decisions they knew were wrong in the moment they made them. But there's a way out, and it starts with understanding that the solution isn't more discipline. It's a better system. Most traders think the answer is just have more discipline, as if willpower were an infinite resource you could summon on command. That's like telling someone to simply think their way out of cognitive impairment. Discipline isn't a strategy. It's a hope. What you need is a system that makes overtrading at the wrong time physically impossible. Here's the framework that professional prop traders use. After 2 consecutive losses, not 2 total losses, but 2 in a row, you close your trading platform entirely and walk away for a minimum of 2 hours or until your next planned session. Not minimize the window, close it. The reason this works has nothing to do with punishment or cooling off. Remember that 90-minute window where your prefrontal cortex is compromised? You're not avoiding trading. You're avoiding trading while neurologically impaired. Professional firms like SMB Capital enforce mandatory session stops after consecutive losses because they understand that protecting traders from their compromised mental states is more valuable than any single opportunity they might miss. Before every trade that follows a loss, ask yourself one question. Would I take this exact setup if I were up $500 today? If the answer is no, you've just identified a revenge trade. Don't take it. This single question reframes your decision from I need this trade to is this actually my edge? And it catches roughly 80% of emotional trades before they happen. But what if you miss the perfect setup during your mandatory break? You won't, because perfect setups require perfect execution, and you can't execute perfectly when your brain chemistry is working against you. The setups that feel urgent while you're tilted aren't perfect. They're just urgent. Track every trade you skip due to state-based rules for 30 days, and you'll see the pattern. Those skipped trades almost never would have been winners. The traders who survive long enough to become consistently profitable aren't the ones with the most discipline or the highest pain tolerance. They're the ones who built systems that removed the decision entirely when their psychology was compromised. The market doesn't reward the hardest worker or the most active trader. It rewards the trader who can recognize when their edge is present and when it's absent, and has the structure in place to walk away when the answer is absent.